In this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about this amazing product, the Wolfcom Third Eye Police and Military Body-Worn Camera. Here in the front of the unit, you have your infrared night vision LEDs. To activate night vision, your activation switch is here. To activate night vision, just turn it this way. To turn it off, flick the switch back. Now you can activate or deactivate night vision at any time, even during full picture taking mode or while recording a video. Here is your 120-degree wide-angle camera lens. In the front, you have your speaker and your microphone grill. Looking at the side of the unit, you have your OTR button, which is also known as your one-touch record button. And this is what you're going to use when you want to start recording. You're going to just go ahead and slide the switch down. Here is your PTT, your push-to-talk button to use your radio. And over here is your connector that connects your two-way radio with a Wolfcom Third Eye. In the back of the unit, you have a 2.5 LCD color screen display. Here is your bracket mount where you're going to go ahead and use it to screw your clip, your shoulder clip, or if you have one of our shoulder stabilizers, this is where you're going to screw this onto. Now, if you plan to use this as a police car DVR camera video recording system, this is where you're going to go to screw in your windshield or your car window mount here. There's also another speaker here. Now this speaker in the back is different and separate from the speaker in the front. The speaker in the front is used for your two-way communication through your radio. The speaker here is only for listening to the audio when playing back the video files on the unit. Here you have your 5-way directional joystick. The directions are up, down, right, left, and push in to enter or select. Over here you have 4 buttons, starting with your power button, your menu button, your secondary record button, and your mode button. Over here you have a little button here which is a reset button, and this is used in the event that your unit freezes up. You can go ahead and press that button and it will reset your unit for you. On the side here you have a snapshot button. Now this unit is used to take photos. So at any time while your unit is on, and even during recording video, you can snap a photo at any time, and it will store the photo along with the GPS coordinates onto the SD card. Over here you have 2 ports. One is a USB port that is used to charge the unit, and also you could also plug it into using a USB cable, plug this directly to your PC to download video files and to play back on your computer. Here you have a HDMI output port that you can connect to a TV, an HD TV, to play back video in full HD on your HD TV. Now we do supply HDMI cables with every unit sold, so that's a pretty good feature to have. But as a reminder, you could also play back video files under this display here too as well. Here on the top of the unit you have your GPS sensor. Now the GPS sensor communicates with the satellites in orbit, and what it does is it grabs the GPS coordinates of the unit. And if you're taking a video, recording, or if you're taking images like by using a camera, what this will do is it will grab the GPS coordinates from the satellite in space, and it will also then stamp these coordinates onto the image or the video file and store them on the SD card. That way when you're playing back the video files or you're watching the image files, you could see on Google Maps exactly where that image or that video recording was taken. Now here in the back of the unit you're going to notice a little door here. Now this is where we store the SD card. Now for the purposes of this video, I've already removed the screw to make it simple. Removing the door will expose a switch and an SD card slot. The switch is used for different types of radios. If you're using a Motorola type radio, it's switched one way. If you're using a Kenwood type of radio, it switches the other way. Every unit comes with a 32 Class 10 SD card for fast recording. We only use the best. Now, for police departments that do not want their officers removing this door and tampering with SD card, we can offer a complete housing for your department. If you're looking for something that's totally enclosed, we can do that for you. That way, once it's enclosed, no one has access to the memory inside. Another alternative is that we can create a special tool with a screw so that the screw cannot be removed unless this special tool is used. And that does it for the introduction of the Wolfcom third eye. There are two ways to begin recording with the Wolfcom third eye. First, by using the OTR button. Second, by using the secondary record button. To begin recording using the OTR button, just press the switch down. When you do, the unit will power up and begin recording. And you'll know it's recording because you'll have the recording indicator flashing here in red. Down here you have your unit identification number that's unique to each officer. You have your recording length, and also your power icon. To activate night vision mode, just flick the switch. And when you do, the infrared LEDs will light up. To deactivate night vision, flick the switch this way, and the night vision mode turns off. Now let's see that again. Here you have full color non-night vision. To activate night vision mode, I flick the switch, and now the LEDs are on, and it's seeing in night vision mode. You also know it's in night vision mode because the IR indicator is on. When I deactivate night vision mode by flicking the switch, it goes back to full color, and the IR indicator is now off. Now you can activate or deactivate night vision mode at any time during video or picture recording. To turn off recording, you would slide the switch up, down, and up. And the unit will turn off, and the files will be recorded to the SD card. Now, the reason why we have the switch up, down, up to turn it off is because in an event of a struggle with a suspect, you don't want your camera turning off by accident. So let's recap. To begin recording, it's simple. Just slide the switch down, and the unit will activate, power on, and begin recording. To deactivate the unit or to stop recording, the switch goes up, down, and then up, and the unit turns off. Now the second way to record is by using the secondary record button. Now when you're going to use the secondary record button, first you want to make sure that this switch is up, and you want to press the power button. Now the reason why you want to make sure the switch is up before pressing the power button is because if for some reason your switch is down and you press the power button on, then the unit will begin recording. So you want to make sure that this OTR button switch is up. So to begin recording using a secondary record button, press power. The unit will power on, and you'll notice that there is no red recording icon flashing here because it's not recording video. You also see here that it's set at 1080p, high resolution recording. To begin recording using a secondary button, just press the button, and the unit will begin recording. To stop recording, press it again, and the unit will stop recording. Now I want to show you a special feature we have here. Let's say that you're recording and you're out in the street and you're recording and you don't want the screen to stay on. If you move the joystick to the left, it turns off the screen, but the unit is still recording. To turn it back on, hit the switch the same way to the left, and the screen pops back on, and you can see it's still recording. Another feature is that we've noticed that some officers like to wear their radios across their shoulder over their back and hanging upside down. And for that, we've created a feature that you can invert the image. So, if you push this joystick in, it completely flips the image upside down. So that way you could wear it upside down across your back over your shoulder on your chest, and you could be recording this way. To go back, just flick it again, and you're back to normal mode. To begin using the Wolfcom Third Eye as a camera, first make sure that your OTR button is in the up position. Next, press the power key. Once the unit is powered on, go ahead and press the mode key one time, and this will take you to camera mode, and you will know that you are in camera mode because you'll see the camera icon on the top left. The 12M next to it stands for 12 megapixels because this camera is set at 12 megapixel quality. Once you're ready to take your photo, go ahead and aim at your target and press the snapshot button. You could literally take thousands of photos and it will store its GPS coordinates along with its image file to the SD card. You could also zoom into your target by pressing up on the joystick. To zoom out, press down on the joystick. And again, to snap a photo, just press the snapshot key. If you want to take images at night, you could activate night vision mode. Go ahead and flick the switch. The infrared LEDs turn on. Your IR indicator goes on. And now you're in night vision mode, and you can go ahead and start taking photos at night or in the dark. Another cool feature is that you can take photos at the same time you're doing your video recording. Let me show you. Let's go ahead and turn this off. Let's assume that you have arrived at a situation. You've already activated your video recorder by pressing down on the OTR button. The unit powers on and begins recording right away. While it's recording video, you notice something that you want to take a photo of. You can go ahead and aim and start taking photos by pressing the snapshot key. You do not have to stop recording video in order to take pictures of the camera. This unit will at the same time record video and also take pictures without interfering with each other. Both images, both video and image file along with its GPS coordinates will be stored onto the SD card. Once you're done recording, go ahead and press up, down, and up, and the video recorder will shut off. Playback video or image files, make sure that your OTR button is in up position. Next, press the power key one time. Once the unit powers on, you're going to go ahead and press the mode key and toggle until you come to the file storage page. Once there, you're going to see where all your files are organized and stored according to the date. In this example, I only have one video file, which is today's date, and in that folder of today's file are stored a lot of videos and images. I can go ahead and select with my joystick and press enter on the joystick. And that would take me to the most recent video file. By pressing right, I can scroll through my files, whether they be image files or video files. By pressing left on a joystick, I can go backwards. If I want to see a thumbnail of my files, I can go ahead and press down on a joystick. And here will be all the thumbnails of my video and image files. I can go ahead and scroll through them. And once I want to make a selection, I make sure that it's highlighted and I press enter on the joystick. And that'll take me to the image file. Now to play this video, I can go ahead and press enter again. To stop or to pause, I press enter again. To continue, I press enter. To fast forward, I press right on the joystick and the video will fast forward. I can fast forward by even faster by pressing to the right multiple times. Now let's say I'm watching a video, but I want it to slow down. Well, then I'll press left on the joystick a few times. And the more I click left on the joystick, the slower the image goes. So I can watch everything in slow-mo. So let's watch that again. Let me go back to the beginning of that video. I could push in to pause, and again to continue, and left to slow down, or right to speed up. Now, let's say that I want to forward by tiny increments, frame by frame. Well, first I go ahead and play the image file. While it's playing, I pause it by pressing enter, and you'll see that it's paused because you see the pause icon. Next, I press up on the joystick, and you'll see a play icon next to the pause. Now the image is frozen, but I can still now move the video forward frame by frame. And I could do it backwards. This is especially useful if you're playing back video to try to capture a face of a suspect. Now once you've got the image that you want, you could also do a screen capture by pressing the snapshot button. And once you do that, it'll save this image here into the SD card. That way you don't have to come back and watch this video file and forward and rewind again to get this image. You could just create a screen capture by pressing the camera button. To delete files, you can go ahead and press the menu key. Once you press the menu key, this will pop up asking if you want to delete a file. If yes, press right on a joystick and it will immediately ask you for a password. Go ahead and enter the password. Select OK. And then select right. It says delete file and press enter. The Wolfcom third eye can also be used as a standalone voice recorder. This is especially useful when recording statements from victims or witnesses who are camera shy. First, make sure that your OTR button is in an up position. Next, press the power key. Once the unit turns on, press the mode key and toggle until you reach the voice recorder screen. And you know that you're there because it'll say voice record on top, and you'll also see the little icon on the top left. To begin recording, press the secondary record button. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you'll know that you're recording because it'll say recording on the top, and a little red light will pop up here in the top left corner, a little red icon. When you're done recording, go ahead and press the record button again to stop the recording. The audio files will then be saved to the SD card. To play back the audio file, go ahead and press mode from the menu screen. Select the date where the file would be stored. You can go ahead and press down on the joystick to get to the thumbnail screen. And once you see your file, which is this one right here, you can go ahead and press enter to play it. Select it and play.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I can go ahead and rewind and forward at will. To go back to the menu screen, go ahead and press the mode button or the menu button. To change the setting of your Wolfcom third eye, first you want to make sure that your OTR button is in up position. Next, power on the unit by pressing here. Once the unit powers on, you want to go ahead and press the menu key. Once you press the menu key, it will take you to the menu. You can scroll down or up using a joystick. Let's say you want to change your video resolution. If you want to, then go ahead and press right on your joystick key, and the unit will immediately ask you for a password. Once you've entered a password, you can go ahead and change the resolution. Once you've made your selection, go ahead and press enter, and it'll save that into memory. Press menu again, it'll take you back to the menu screen. You can scroll down, you can change the white balance, contrast, sharpness. Recycle record. Now recycle record means that right now it's set at 15 minutes, and that means that while video recording, it will record in 15-minute increments. So if you're recording for 45 minutes continuously, then it will create 3 15-minute files. Motion detect we'll cover in another video. Screen save, volume. Here you could adjust the volume of your unit. Just want to go ahead and set at 10. I press enter to select, and that takes me out of the menu screen. Go ahead and press menu again. It takes me right back. Now the unit is much louder because I've just increased the volume. You have your timestamp option. If you want timestamp off or on, I'll go ahead and select on. Okay, press enter and back into the menu. GPS is on. Time and date. This is where you're going to set that. Time zone. You want to select the time zone that you're in. And here you can go ahead and change your password if you like. Reset. You want to reset the whole unit. Format. If you want to format your SD card. Language selection. And here you have your ID. And this is your ID, your unique ID that's assigned to each officer. Your version number. And here the batch number, which says Wolfcom USA. Now let's say that you want to change, and that menu was to change the settings for the video. And we're in the video mode because you see the video icon here. But what if we want to change the settings for the camera mode? Well, first you go ahead and press mode, and you toggle into the camera mode. And you know you're in camera mode because you see the camera icon here. Once you're there, you can go ahead and press menu. And that takes you to the menu for the photo. Once you're there, you can go ahead and select your photo size. You can select from 12 megapixels to 5 megapixels to 8 megapixels. Let's leave it at 12. Press enter. That takes me out of menu. Press menu again. Puts me right back. Here I could adjust the white balance, contrast, sharpness, burst. You could have 1-shot burst, 2-shot burst, 3 shots, and let's set it 1. Screen save, the volume, power, date timestamp is on for each image file, GPS, time zone, pretty much the same thing you saw in the other menu. Once you've made your selection or you're done, go ahead and press menu, and that should take you out of your menu screen. Another thing too, if you see a G here on your top right of the screen, G means that you're not getting a good satellite signal. And the reason why this is popping up now is because we're indoors and this unit is not getting a strong satellite signal. So when you see that G there, you should know that your image file, your video files will not have the GPS timestamps on them.